This morning, we continue our coverage of Toledo Public Schools' plans to address a $68 million deficit. TPS board members approved sweeping district-wide changes last month. It includes cutting staff, closing schools, repurposing others, and changing school start times. This means hundreds of students will have to move to neighboring school buildings. And to help families adjust to these changes, TPS is hosting a series of community meetings this week.
The next meeting is tonight, but TPS hosted its first conversation with families last night.
Tatiana Cash is tracking the story live for us this morning. Tatiana, this is a chance for people to get answers, and now we're hearing from parents after that first meeting.
Yeah, so parents were just trying to figure out what exactly comes next because, as we have mentioned, because of TPS redistricting, closing down schools, a lot of changes coming, and for some that could mean frustration. So again, last night, the first community meeting was held at Bowsher High School for the surrounding elementary schools in addition to the junior high, and for students to kind of figure out what comes next, again, if their school closed or for Bowsher is transitioning into a magnet school. So what happens is during the meeting, of course, they talk with immediate staff as well as faculty, and then find out what comes next going into the new school year, or for some who are already going to the school, maybe want some more information, what's going to happen as more students come in to your school. Now, the rest of the community meetings, which will be happening throughout the rest of the week here, are going to be, of course, at your Scott, your Wade, Woodward, and Start High School. The purpose is to, again, help these families transition into what comes next. You get a chance to do face-to-face meeting with administration as well as staff, and then ask questions when it comes to transportation, what that's going to look like. And the entire aim, is to make sure that this transition is easy, or easier, let's say. Last night's meeting at Bowsher was the first of the 5, and WTOL spoke with both parents and faculty before and during the meeting. While faculty understandably optimistic as well as working to be as helpful to those in attendance as possible, parents were admittedly both a little bit frustrated, but of course hopeful for what's to come next.
They kind of like dropped it all on us like kind of all of a sudden, so that wasn't good. But since today and further, they've been kind of better at it.
We have meetings this week with all of our learning communities. There'll be more information that'll be coming out via email, phone calls. So parent, make sure your information is correct in our system. If it isn't, you can change it at tps.org or go to your child's school. Give them a call.
So it's always about making sure that that line of communication is open, as you heard. Again, the parent not as thrilled because they said it just felt so sudden. But the good news is there are still meetings to come, and hopefully your meeting hasn't already passed. Again, yesterday was Bowser's. Every meeting, though, for the rest of this week going until Thursday is going to start at 5:30. There on your screen, you should see it's Wade, Woodward, Scott, as well as Start High Schools, respectively, when it comes to the dates. And if you're not able to make the specific meeting for your area, you can reach out. There is a CARES department number that you need to call. Also listed is going to be the email address that you can reach out to. It's asktps@tps.org, and hopefully they'll be able to get you set up so that way you're able to transition into the 2026-2027 school year a little bit easier. Tatiana Cash, WTOL 11.
You might remember Toledo Public Schools last rolled out a major transformation plan back in 2011. At that time, district leaders said the plan would right-size the district by turning elementary schools into K-8 buildings, closing several schools, and cutting about 150 jobs, all to help close a multi-million-dollar deficit. TPS leaders outlined the Transformation 1.0 plan to boost academic performance, improve attendance, and reduce discipline issues. Former Superintendent Jerome Pecco announced his retirement in 2013, less than 2 years after the transformation plan launched. The school board then chose Romulus Durant to lead the district.